Hey guys, how you doing today? I'm here. What am I doing? I'm going to show you a quick fix for that annoying belt chirp on your Mercedes C-Class. I had an idea about how to fix it without replacing the belt tensioner, and we'll get into that here today. I'll probably do a startup on the car. It's a really moist, damp day here, so if it's going to squeal, today would be the day. Let's get into it. So first thing you guys are going to want to do is take off this front cover here. It just pops up on front, and then these little clips here, like you've seen a million times. Take that and put it aside, and then the belt tensioner is right down in here, so I'll get in there and try to give you a little bit of a shot. So if you're looking at your engine, you come over here and there's your oil cap and the power steering cooler there. Pretty much right below that, if you look down in there, that's your belt tensioner right there, okay? So what you're going to want to do is get yourself some of this stuff. I'll list it in the description there if I remember. It's called Lloyd's Move It, and this is the smaller canister of it, 130 mils. Why that's important is because this little pump that's on top, it's not an aerosol spray, which you don't want. You don't want the aerosol because you don't want it to spray all over your belts and pulleys inside there. It's a real nightmare to try and clean that up. So that little pump nozzle that's on there, that's going to give you a very accurate spray, and especially if you've still got the little straw that comes with it. Of course, I've already lost it. But if you get that, then you can get it right in there. And what you're going to want to do is reach down in here, and you're going to want to spray this right down in between where that washer and the pulley is in there. So the spot where you want to get it is sort of right down in there. You want to face it sort of in like that and just give it a couple squirts in there. It's hard for me to show you right now because I'm trying to hold the camera and everything, but you just want to go right down in there, right in between that washer and the pulley, just right down inside here. You just want to get a little tiny bit in there, and then you can sort of spray in just one squirt sort of in between that bolt and the this washer if you want, but that's not really going to do a whole lot. Where you want it's right down in here, okay? And that's the pulley for the belt tensioner. And then be sure that you wipe everything off. Okay, so now the moment of truth. I have not started this car in a couple days now. It's a really damp, moist day here, so these are perfect conditions. If this thing is going to squeak, it will squeak now. I just did the lubing of it probably a couple weeks ago, if even that. So I wanted to make sure that my theory would actually work out before I showed you guys this, but yeah, I'm going to try giving it a start now, and fingers crossed we'll see if this thing's going to squeak or not, see if it's going to make a liar out of me. Not too bad. A little bit of a squeak there intermittently, but nothing like what it was before. I remember before, until it got up to operating temperature, was running for a while, it would absolutely be horrendous. It was getting bad too. There was a really loud squeak. So I mean, all my belts are running true and everything. It's you know, it's quick fix, and it'll get you out of jam and, you know, sort of push that having to replace that belt tensioner off for a while. One thing I do want to caution you though on Mercedes, a lot of the times it seems like the way that they engineer their vehicles, and this is part of the reason why I think people think that they're so unreliable or that they're a bad value, is because there's certain parts on the vehicle, certain wear parts, that once they fail, they fail. They develop annoying noises, there'll be grinding sounds and whatnot, but sort of the theory from talking to a couple Mercedes mechanics, they want you to replace parts that are getting worn or that are at their service interval. They don't want stuff like on some of the certain Japanese vehicles that are going to go for a while, they'll sort of be past their service interval. They're working, but they're not working at 100% efficiency. And that can cause wear on other components in the engine. So, you know, this is a quick fix for this, but like I say, you want to check your belts out. You want to make sure that those belts are running true, that there's no other issues in there that you need to address before you do something like this. Because say this did fix your problem, at least initially with the belt tensioner, but the thing's flopping around in there and whatnot, you're going to have excessive belt wear. You could have, your alternator might not be performing properly, your pumps might not be performing properly, so you could end up with other issues if you're not careful about you know, servicing things at their proper maintenance intervals. But you know, my belts all look good in here. The tensioner is holding tension on the belt well. All the pulleys are running true. There's no excessive belt wear or anything like that going on. So I know that this fix will be a good one because there's no need to replace that belt tensioner yet. And while we're out here, why don't we get a couple of revs while we're right here, since that's always a bit of fun. So there you go, quick fix for that annoying belt chirp on your Mercedes. Hopefully it helps you out. If it did, leave me a comment below, and if it didn't, let me know, because there can be other issues for this type of stuff, but I think this will fix some of those most common issues that I see on the forums that nobody seems to know how to address without just replacing the whole belt tensioner and a bunch of the idler pulleys. So yeah, I've got a few more things coming up. As you may or may not be able to see here, somebody put a nice ding in my door for me, and I've also got another rock chip on the roof. But I ceramic coated this car a while back, and I should probably do a video about that and let you know how it's holding up. So far I'm extremely impressed with it. It's the Sonax CC36 coating, and it's great. It's really saved me from people that I've come out in the parking lots and they're leaning up against my vehicle and putting all sorts of nice scratches in it for me. So yeah, that's that. Get you back on the tripod here. I've done the springs on the car now. I have new ones in there since the old ones broke. I'll probably be doing a video on that and a few other things, but I'd always be happy to hear from people, you know, what they'd like to see, and hopefully we can help some people out there, okay? So I hope you're getting out and enjoying what's little bits left of the summer, and you know, just get out and drive. Enjoy your vehicles, whatever you're driving, whether it's a Mercedes, BMW, or you know, your Honda Civic. Whatever it is, just get out and drive, and make sure you're enjoying the nice weather while we have it, okay? And onward we go.